speaking of great projects, let me tell you, I am so bullish, excited, happy. Oh, is that me?
That's me. There you
Okay,
go.
I thought, okay. All the positive words that can be said about an NFT project, I feel about NFT Worlds. Now, it's not the typical 3D avatars of tonight that we've been looking at. It's a metaverse NFT. And, when it came out, it was actually a free mint. It came out quite a while ago. I just want to see exactly when, but I mean like months. And no one took any notice of it because no one really knew what it was. So it came out October the 6th. And again, this looks very similar to me to Bored Ape Yacht Club's chart. And it's incredible to think you could have been picking these up for 0.1, 0.2 in the hundreds for months. And then people started realizing, and this is what Morland was saying yesterday about having conviction in a project. Imagine how much conviction you need and look at the volume it did on the very first day, to then hold all the way through 1.5 months. But if you did, you were very well rewarded. Now, my problem is when I've been holding for months and it gets around here, I sell because I think, okay, this is the top. My turn to get a bit of profit out there, and I lost at Doodles. I lost, and I'm working on all these things. I'm learning all the time and making mistakes every day. But they did hit as high as 7 Ethereum, and there is so much going on with this. It's actually quite incredible. The first thing is that each land is the size of the whole of Sandbox. Okay. It's actually built on the Minecraft sort of open source software. So it's integrated in Minecraft, which is also bullish because all Minecraft players are finding out about it. And there's a whole new...
Guess who owns Minecraft? Microsoft.
Yeah,
so
this
that's
is
even more bullish.
Yeah. So unofficially affiliated with Minecraft, but they are going to be doing some tie-ins. And then, so you can do whatever you want on this land. And I think it's 100 days when you're in the land. It will take 100 days to walk from one side to the other side. I mean, it is massive. It is literally bigger than the whole of Sandbox. And then obviously land by itself is not everything. Every single land has got different attributes and different benefits. So you see your land versus water area, the land bias, the highest point, the lowest point, how much rainfall you get. And then some lands are rich in lumber, others dirt and soil, other oil, whatever it may be. But it doesn't matter if your land looks like this full of trees. You can build whatever you want on that. Now, obviously, you will need a builder. It's like in the real world, when you buy a plot of land, you don't then get your bricks out and start trying to build your house. You typically hire a builder. So to here, you get metaverse builders that you can tell them whatever you want and they'll build it for you at a price. Now, a lot of projects that I am in the Discords of, and I'm talking maybe 15 to 20 of them at least, have announced in the last 2 or 3 weeks that they have bought at least one of these worlds for their entrance into the metaverse. And then the next step would be they would get a builder and obviously a virtual architect and build out entire lands. Now, the other nice thing here is that they've got the world token, dollar world token, which again, like just 2 weeks after the mint, they said, everyone, here's the contract, go get your token. So I thought, oh, great. It cost me more in gas, like it always is. What a waste. Anyway, I went to it and I did my calculation before I converted it. It worked out to half an Ethereum, right? Wow. That they ended up dropping, that I changed straight away, like I always do. But I mean, and they're having another drop coming in Feb. And they've got a lot of big things planned here, okay? I just want to show you here. So it says here, what is NFT Worlds? Each world represents the idea of a singular virtual world. Each world has its own set of unique geography, resources, environments, and special feature attributes stored immutably on the Ethereum blockchain. Additionally, each NFT world can be virtually explored, developed, and built on. Changes you make to your world can be synced to update the NFT's image to reflect the landscape changes and the developments that you've made. The idea: we are building NFT Worlds as an experiment to bring the idea of ownership backed virtual land to the Ethereum blockchain. And then there's world renders, there's a whole lot of stuff. But what they're doing now, and I just want to find the white paper because this is incredible. So just to sum it up, I'm not going to read it for you. You are now going to be able to rent your land. Okay. So you can stake your land and earn even more world token, right? So if you think of me, I have one of these. I don't intend on selling it. It's in my hardware wallet. It's like my mutant ape. I have no intention of selling it. I would, and I trust this team. They fully doxed. They all over YouTube. Type in NFT Worlds. You'll see them everywhere. They're reputable and they invested in this and they have already achieved a lot. So I'm not going to sell mine. I'd rather stake it, pay a small gas fee, and let's say earn even 10, 15, 20% more world token than I would if it wasn't staked. So that's number one. Then I can decide further if I want to rent my world to other people. And if I do want to rent it, I can then say for how long I want to rent it, and I can say the price. Now, obviously, if I'm stupid and I give a stupid price, no one will rent it. But any changes that is made to that world can be reverted after the rental contract is up. And so I'll get back my blank NFT, and whoever rented my world will be able to take their build and move it to the next world that they rent exactly as it was. So it allows me to get a passive income almost like a landlord. And it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened yet. It is happening. And I think that's incredible. They're also going to be the agent in it. So they're going to find the buyers and the sellers, marry them together. They take a small portion of the monthly rent that you get paid in advance. They take a small portion, but they handle absolutely all of it. Now, I mean, these guys are doing everything imaginable, and they have delivered on it. I mean, now for me, I think this is incredible. You imagine now that you own 3 worlds because you're a founder of a project and you've built on those worlds. You're not going to be selling those worlds ever. So it's deflationary in the fact that it's just being utilized by the people who own the NFT, and they're not going to be selling it. So I'm incredibly bullish on this project. I'm a proud owner, and I am excited. And I think, if you're playing with it's sitting at about 3.5 Ethereum now. If you're playing with that sort of budget, and you think to yourself, what can I get at the moment for 3.5 Ethereum? And obviously you can get a lot, but I'm saying if you want to buy one NFT at 3 to 4 Ethereum, this would be and was my pick. So I could get myself a cryptodes. I could list off whatever. This was my pick. No question asked. Long term, this is one of the projects that is going to be one of the big boys in the metaverse play. And again, to have the buy-in of other projects like they have, and guys buying these left, right, and center, is just, for me, it tells its own story, because those guys know a lot more than me. And big projects are buying this to develop their metaverse.